Hello BookTube, and in this video I'm going to give you my review of Spectro Solutions Elemental by Mark Anthony Walter. I should say that I was given this copy for free by the author in exchange for a review. After their earlier successes, Spectro Solutions are now working for the council and dealing with average ghosts when the demons send 4 elementals to take out Spectro Solutions. Again, as with the first book, this is a really enjoyable book, well paced. This one is only 171 pages long, so it's not a long read, and I got through this quite quickly, and it was as enjoyable as the first book. Very much, you see you see sort of the world developing and the characters developing. That from the early days where they were very much a lone sort of private enterprise working for themselves, they've been sort of recruited, or should I say strong-armed, into working for Camden Council in London, where they're going about sort of dealing with average ghosts in sort of leisure centres and places like that. And you get a sense that some of the characters, particularly Alex, is not happy with this fact that the way that they were originally doing it, where they were on their own dealing with any ghosts that came up, was very much what he wanted, and now they're sort of in the bureaucratic, sort of regimented daily work for council going after ghosts. It's not the same. It's a nice sense of his character being built up. When the elementals are sent after the crew, and that's very well done. You get a really nice sense of them, and that they are not merely working at the behest of the demons, shall we say, and then the sort of fight that you have with Spectro Solutions having to take on the elementals and then take on the demons, who shall we say, work out what the elementals are doing and decide to bring them back into line. And so overall, it's a well done plot. Again, as with the first one, it's got a lot of action, very, very funny, and also, as with the first book, it has very much, the language is very much for a younger audience, so there's no swearing in it, and the swearing is switched out for sort of innocuous words. Though, as with the first book, I was my mind was translating those innocuous words into their more thoroughgoing Anglo-Saxon versions, shall we say. Though as I said with the first book, this book you can read if you are of any age. It's a really entertaining story. The characters are very sort of engaging. As with the first book, the book's shortness, as you can see there, means that you don't necessarily get a real in-depth look at the characters, but the character sketches of each of the characters is strong enough that you are very much drawn towards them, and in terms of the crew of Spectro Solutions, you're very much willing to succeed. There is also a sort of nice scene where they have their interaction with the oversight committee from the council who deals with them, and sort of you get to see the contrast between the sort of Spectro Solutions crew dealing with the ghosts, and the elementals, and then the oversight committee being so short-sighted and so stupid that they don't seem to understand the situation that the Spectro Solutions crew is in, and the head of the oversight committee is a proper evil git. And it's I do hope that in future Mark Anthony will have something happen to him to teach him a lesson, because he's a proper sort of Jobsworth who needs, to my mind at least, a comeuppance. So hopefully that will happen at some point. But as I say, overall, as with the first book, really enjoyable, and when the next book comes out, I'm definitely going to read it. So with that, BookTube, I'll say goodbye, and I'll see you later. Bye, BookTube.